What you doing there, Elrod? You doing okay? You pop it, little buddy. You pop it, little buddy. Oh, you are, huh? You're just such a playful thing, aren't you? You wanna play? I'll get your belly. I'll get your belly. I'll get your belly. You're a good kid. Well, hello there, friends and family. It's good to see you again. And what do we have in store for you today? Well, it's probably one of those long-awaited videos that some of you are wondering. What happened to all those kind blessings that you have sent Mr. Tom, Miss Trixie, and the kitty crew? Well, they've been sitting in quarantine. Then I went through and organized as time permitted. Of course, I have been spending a lot of time outdoors, as all of y'all know. So we did get some time to start organizing and getting things out and going through them. Now, some of this video has been shot on multiple days. So, please understand that it takes time to do the editing and put a video together. And I am so appreciative. I just can't believe the generosity and kindness that y'all have shared with me, Trixie, and the kitty crew. It chokes me up at times, and I feel so honored that y'all would do such a thing. But you have, and I want to share this with all of y'all. I hope you don't mind. Now there's a lot here, and of course we're in my dining room, and y'all don't see it much. Of course you'll be looking over there at my secondary pantry. Over there in the dining room, the shelves. Like I say, that's my secondary pantry, and of course that's all stuff I bought and keep on hand. And that complements the pantry and the kitchen. But now, let's get back to these blessings, because these are truly gracious blessings from the heart. There's just no other way to say it, and I'm just totally overwhelmed. But the first thing we'll go over here is some kind viewer wanted to help take care of the wild birds. So they sent this big 20-pound bag of Wagner wild bird food. And I actually buy these same bags. I think you've seen them on my videos. I don't know who sent it. All I know is it came out of the Hebron, Kentucky Amazon Fulfillment Center. That's all I know. There was no note in the box. Then what we have right here, we have 2 cases of Friskies. We've got the Friskies Tasty Treasures Prime Fillets. Ooh, and they got chicken and tuna and gravy with chicken and gravy. So you know, Trixie will be loving them. We got with ocean fish, tuna and sauce, which the kitty crew will love. And then another one they'll all love, even Trixie, with turkey and gravy. But then there's this here big 32 can case with beef and gravy and ocean whitefish and tuna and sauce. Here again, both the kitty crew and Trix will be loving these. Plus there's also turkey and cheese dinner and gravy and chicken and salmon dinner and gravy. And all I know about these 2 cases of Friskies is they come out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. Amazon. Woo! The kitty crew and Miss Trix are well taken care of. Thank you, and I know they thank you too. And that. But then, right up here on the top there, you can see some Temptations mix-up treats and some tasty chicken flavor. But in with the one box with the tasty chicken flavor, there was this Mossy Oak multi-function pocket knife with a 2.5 stainless steel blade. Now let me open this up for you and show you this, because this is a fine knife. So just hold on for a second. Okay, let me show you this Mossy Oak. And this is a folding knife. Lock blade. Got this nice wood handle. I'm going to tell you what, folks. It's nice and sharp. Trust me that. Let's look at that. I am loving it. And you can skin with it. Got a skinning hook right there. What a fine knife. Now, the knife and the treats came from Tom and Debbie. Yep. Sure did. And that's sort of unique because, of course, my name's Tom. And what you don't know, my first wife's name was Debbie. Yep. That's the mother of James and Ashley. Sort of unique, isn't it? But then, I had a lovely cup here. This presidential cup. Papa for president, right there. Honest, hardworking, and fun. Now, I'm not sure who sent that. Because here again, there was no note with the actual cup. But I love that cup. So nice. But to keep me happy, what we got next is we got these Oots. I think that's how you pronounce it. Country store pretzel sticks. Yep. Now I love pretzels. And I also love pretzel sticks. You know, Oots. They're some of the best. And here again, there's no note with that. But that was shipped out of the Las Vegas, Nevada Amazon Center. Yep, sure was. Now I'm having to look on my notes to see who all sent what. Because there's a lot going on here. Now, then we got this here. And I couldn't pronounce the name of it. I think Crustez. Probably got that wrong. Light and fluffy buttermilk. Complete pancake mix. And that came out of Greenfield, Indiana. From Walmart. I'm going to be loving making me some pancakes. And what surprised me was the best buy date is in 2022. So it's not like I got to get no rush. But then somebody sent me some pure Wisconsin maple syrup. Yep, they sure did. So not only do I got the pancake mix, I got some of the finest maple syrup that money can buy. Yep, sure do. Now this was sent to me by Dale out in Monroe, Washington State. They're on the West Coast. Now I don't rarely spend my money to buy something as fancy and good as maple syrup. I just sort of go the cheap route and get log cabin. That's only because I'm cheap, well, frugal. But I'll be loving me some pancakes and this maple syrup. Trust me that. But it just keeps on and on. So as you can see down here, we got some old Wisconsin premium summer sausage and this big stick of Bridgeford pepperoni. Oh yeah, and you all know how much I love my pepperoni. And on occasion, Trixie thinks she does, but I'm not sure if pepperoni is good for kitties. And all I know is this come out of the Bessemer, Alabama Amazon Center. Here again, no note. None whatsoever. And then, as if that wasn't enough pepperoni, look right here. There's 5 packages I'm telling you, 5 packages here of this margarita pepperoni for true Italian taste. And I know that's good because I've had that before. Now, these 5 bags of margarita pepperoni that I am definitely going to be enjoying, that was sent by Joe from Kenmore, New York. And I'll tell you what's special about that. And Joe's a special person too. Kenmore, New York's up there in my home state of New York. Now, I was actually born in Kenmore Mercy Hospital up in Buffalo. Yep, Buffalo, New York. And that. But that was a long time ago, folks. But Joe there, he fixed me up. But just to take care of my sweet tooth, I've got these 6 bags. Trust me, 6 bags of brown brittle chocolate chip. Ooh, look at those. Gluten-free too. I'm going to be enjoying those as a chocolate snack. You can bet your bottom on that. I've never had them before, but I definitely am looking forward to them. And then somebody has spied my favorite coffee. Yep, Wright's Mill by Red Diamond. And I had said in one video that I ran out of it, and I was just drinking the old Red Diamond regular, full bodied. So somebody was kind enough to send me that can of Wright's, and that's from Roberta, not Roberto, but from Roberta. And it says, "Hi, Mr. Tom, God bless you and the kitty crew, from a YouTube friend." Thank you so much, Roberta. Thank you, Joe. Thank you all. But there's still more. Next, and I had to bring these out of the cold storage. I got 5 pounds of Bunny Love organic carrots. Yep, 5 pounds. And we'll soon be enjoying these. I may even dehydrate some of them too. I'm thinking not. These carrots are too fine to be dehydrated. These are the kind that you want to slice up thin for salads, steam for your dinners. That's probably where these are going to go. And these are from Flora, out of Muncie, New York. I want to say a great thank you to Flora up there in Muncie. I've been through there a time or two. But then somebody else wanted to make sure the old kitty crew, Miss Trixie, which is Miss Trixie, just going back and forth because she smells all these treats and cat food. And of course, she wants them. And she don't want to wait until old Papa Tom gets done with the video. No. She wants them like right now. And that. Now these, which are Pounce and 9 Lives, were from Nikki. Yep. Sure was. From Indianapolis, Indiana. You know how Trixie and the kitty crew love treats. I'm sure they're going to be loving these. But just look at the bounty here. Now, another thing. Somebody sent me 2 cans of Dak fully cooked premium ham. No note on the Dak, but thank you. And I'll be using something just like this. In fact, I do have DAC put up somewhere in my pantry. Not sure where right now. I'll show you some recipes and how to make this ever more tasty. In fact, probably going to have to be using this one. It's a little bit dented. That's just another little bit of advice. If during shipping something can gets dented, you'll need to use that up fairly soon rather than putting long-term storage. But somebody knows something about herbs, because they sent me 3 bottles of 400 milligram whole herb Encenia, which I know is good for respiratory health and immune support and health as well. Yep. In fact, it says it right on the bottle. Used for immune system health. But in my research for my COPD, I also know it helps out with respiratory issues. And I take it too, and to be honest, I was on my last bottle. So this came in extremely handy. But like I said, folks, it just doesn't stop here. So we've got to go to a whole nother room and show you what else the fine viewers and community here on the channel sent old Mr. Tom and the Kitty Crew. So let me take you on into the kitchen, if you don't mind. So any of y'all who watch my cooking videos, you'll recognize the old country kitchen. There ain't nothing fancy. In fact, you know, it's getting old, needs updating. And I thought about doing that, and then of course, that too was on the agenda for this year. Probably not going to happen, but this old kitchen's cooked thousands upon thousands of meals. I'm sure it'll get me through a pandemic. But the first thing we're going to look at here, I don't know how people figure this out. Maybe I say something on video, I don't remember. But sent me 6 packs of Ritz crackers. Yep. And y'all may tease me or say, no, you don't want to eat that processed cheese. This is one of those guilty pleasures that I truly enjoy, with not only Ritz, but with chicken and a biscuit crackers. And you may wonder why. Well, that's because my daddy, when he finally got some money, he'd bring home some things as sort of treats. And I can remember the very first time he ever brought some of this easy cheese home, 1 can, to eat on saltine crackers of all things. And we just thought it was the best thing on the face of the planet. We sure did. But I don't know who sent it. All I know, it came out of Bessemer, Alabama, Amazon Center. But then somebody wanted to make sure the Kitty Crew and Miss Tricks are staying all fat and happy. More Friskies. Fishalicious, 32 cans. And it's got shreds and fillets. And it's got all their favorites. It's got with whitefish and sardines, with salmon and sauce, with salmon and beef and sauce. Of course, Kitty Crew will be loving them. And with ocean fish and tuna and sauce. And Trix, she may eat a little bit of it. We just have to see, but I know the Kitty Crew will be tearing it up. But what was so unusual, they also included 3 sticks of this Vermont uncured smoked pepperoni. Now you're probably thinking, I've just been overwhelmed with pepperoni. Well, I have an abundance. But I looked up, you can freeze pepperoni. I didn't know that. Now, this is really fine, so is that Bridgeford. and that margarita. I'm going to be having to make up some pizzas, or bake me up some French bread and make me one of them French bread pizzas. And if you'd like to see it, I'll do a video on it just for y'all. But here again, the thoughtfulness of these gifts. The Ritz crackers, the easy cheese, that brings back memories of me and my daddy when I was so young. The Friskies, Fishalicious for the kitty crew, and that fine Vermont uncured smoked pepperoni. Whew. I'm going to be enjoying that. Oh, these, all I know, here again, no note. All I know, they came out of Lexington, Kentucky, Amazon. I'll be mentioning Lexington and Hebron, Kentucky, several times. But then we got some more Ritz, family size, different shaped box, and that. And we got some Oreos this time. Now, I've mentioned Oreos before, because those are Davy's favorites, and to be honest, they're my favorite store-bought cookies. Yep. And they're from Lexington, Kentucky, Amazon Center, too. You know, there's nothing better than a few Oreos and a little glass of milk. I can remember Mama later on when I was getting up in the teen, when Daddy had more money, we'd have some Oreos. Of course, she'd divvy them out rather frugally. You might get 3 and a small glass of milk, you know, around 8 o'clock, an hour before bed. But boy, they sure were fine. But then somebody paid attention to what kind of tea I had on the counter over by the coffee maker. Yeah, this is from East West Tea Company, and this is the Yogi tea, the detox. It's the kind I drink. Let me show you. It's right over here. Yep, and here again, I don't know how they knew it, but that was my last box right there. And I drink that a time or two every week. You should try it if you get a chance. It is some good stuff, especially with about a teaspoon of honey in it. Woo! It is yummy. You know, it's sitting right on top of my ginger tea that I also enjoy from Yogi. But somebody was paying attention and gifted me the tea. Thank you, thank you. Now, something that I found was unusual. Some fine viewer sent me 2 jars of Happy Belly creamy peanut butter. I haven't seen this before, but they wanted me to give it a try, and apparently they enjoy it. I got time. It's got a Best Buy on it of November 2021. I will definitely be trying some of this on a peanut butter and butter sandwich. My favorite way to make one. And then again, I might have to show you how to make a proper peanut butter sandwich. Yep, there's a reason for the butter. And that started with my great-grandmother making them for me when I was just a wee little boy. That Happy Belly peanut butter came out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Amazon Center. That's all I know. Here again, no note. But then we had some more Ritz right here. So I think I'm pretty well stocked up on the Ritz crackers there, but I'll be enjoying them. And I also make some things with them, other than just eating them as crackers. Of course, I do love them with cheese too, and of course easy cheese, cream cheese. But I also, on occasion, make up some casseroles with them. Since I got an abundance of them, I think I'll have to share one or two of those recipes with y'all this year as we continue on. But here again, I'm not sure who sent them. And then a viewer sent me some seeds in this fine little Mylar and see-through packet. And it's from RDR Seeds. And it's a butter crunch lettuce. And that. And I'll have to look it up on their site, but it's a butter crunch lettuce. I think Boston Bib type. Ooh, that's going to be good. 'Cause that's really crisp, juicy, and flavorful. I've had Boston Bib lettuce before. Not this particular kind, but come this fall, we're going to be starting some of this and putting this in our late fall garden. It's a little bit hot now to be doing lettuce, but I can't wait, and trust me, I'm not going to be losing these. But it just continues. Now down here we got 2 bags, yep, of 9 Lives Protein Plus. Got old Morris on there. Sort of reminds me of Merlin. Of course, Merlin had more tan and brown, black in him. But he was a tabby too. And you know, tabbies, they're pretty vocal. Now I know who sent this, or I believe I do. And it came from a young lady up in Michigan, Kim. Yep, she sent that. I am ever so thankful, and I know the Kid Crew and Tricks will be ever so thankful too. And then another viewer, and I looked for notes as always. Sent this here Wagner's Greatest Variety. Right here, Deluxe Wild Bird Food. Now, I know Kim up in Michigan also sent bird food, but I'm not sure if she sent this one or if she sent the one on the table. With no note, there's no way of telling. I just know she emailed me and said she sent some. Maybe she'll email me and let me know which one, not that it matters. But Kim there, we do exchange emails from time to time. She's a very caring person, takes care of her parents, raises horses. I love horses too. There ain't no chance of having one now. And you might say, wow, that's a lot of generosity and blessings. Yes, it is. But there's more. So much more. But we got to go outside to talk about the last of what we will be sharing with you during this blessing video. Not to say there's not more here, awaiting the next one, because there is. So let me take you on out in the carport and show you what we got out there. Well, there you are, Magoo. Are you out here protecting? You are. You're out here protecting everything. Now I gotta apologize for the lighting out here, because it is a dark and gloomy day, and lighting is terrible. And of course we got old Mr. Magoo there. But first thing I want to talk about, and I know, well, Magoo's up on top of everything, making sure old Papa's taking care of the video right, aren't you, Magoo? No, he's sitting on the 9 Lives bag. Magoo, you don't need that much key food right now. We'll feed you in just a second. And I think all of you remember when this showed up, this big box from Better Homes and Gardens. 3-piece outdoor bistro set. Now you might say, well, you know, that was a week or two back, and I haven't put it together yet. Nope. And there's a reason. The place I want to put it is under the big oak, out in the back. And I got a tree service coming. They can't get here till 3 weeks. Once they get all the dead cut out of that tree and get her all pruned up, we're going to be putting this together. Now, the lady who sent it said she wanted no recognition, no mention, and I respect that. But I will tell you this. She is one fine sweetheart with a kind soul, to be sure. I couldn't believe somebody would send something like this. But we will definitely have it under the oak when the oak's all taken care of. Not only will we be enjoying it, me and the kitty crew, but I'm sure it'll be a place to sit, to have our little outdoor chats in the future, real soon. Don't you think, Magoo, that'd be a good thing? But then, keeping with the theme of keeping the old kitty crew and Miss Trix well fed, another viewer sent another 20-pound bag of 9 lives, lean and tasty cat food. Yep, like I was saying earlier, that was from Hebron, Kentucky. But then, a viewer sent me 2 10-pound boxes of Miracle-Gro. Yep, that's Miracle-Gro, isn't it? Magoo. All-purpose plant food. Now, some might say, well, Mr. Tom, you use organic. Well, Mr. Tom has also used Miracle-Gro from time to time, and he's done that ever since his daddy started using it. Oh, back in the early 70s. Even my grandfather used it in his garden from time to time. Now, I don't point fingers at people who use synthetic fertilizers or organic. I've used both. I used a little bit of both last year and in 2018, and I'll be using a little bit of both most likely this year. I do use the synthetic sparingly, and that's something we all must remember. If you use it sparingly, you're never going to tell it, and it does no harm that I can see. And I like to tell people I'm at least 95% organic to 99. But there are times when this Miracle-Gro comes in right handy. It's got its purpose. Just like the organic, unless you want to be all organic, that's fine too. But another one, blessing, that we'll go over here before we head on back in the house. And that is what is on top of these other 2 boxes that just came the last day or 2. They're actually still in quarantine. And this gets back to, I don't know how people know this. Maybe it's through prayer, or maybe they just feel it. But that's a 6-pack of Van Cam's Beanie Weenies. And I'll tell you another secret, and I'll show you when we get in the house. I was down to my last can, and I just love these things. I'll take a can of these, come on out with a spoon, put them out here on the table on the shade tree sometimes, just so I'll remember to eat something during the day. Because I get to working outdoors on the cars, the trucks, the yard, the gardens, the house. And later on in the afternoon I look at my clock and it's 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I said, well, I'll just wait till dinner. I also pack them in my pack when I'm walking in the big woods. And I've taken them many a time on little fishing trips. Of course, James and Ashley, they always loved them too. but I don't know how anybody knew I was about to run short on them. Thank you once again. And not only with that, they sent 24 cans of Friskies pate. Of course, Trixie will be loving that, and it is her favorite. Poultry and giblets. And that. Now, it didn't say who sent it. It just said, "Hi, Mr. Tom. God bless you and the kitty crew from a YouTube friend." And God bless them too, and thank you ever so much for this. The Beanie Weenies and the Friskies pate, the 9 Lives, lean and tasty, and the all-purpose plant food. That'll come in handy as well. And when I use it, I'll show you how I use it. But there's one more thing out here, and this goes back to people watching my videos and knowing what's going on in Mr. Tom's life. Let me show you. Because Magoo's over there reminding me of it. Let me show you. Magoo jumped over here to remind me. Yep, and I know it's going to be hard to see, but this is a Mighty Max battery. Isn't it, Magoo? So this is for my lawnmowers. You know, I had to take the battery out of the Cub Cadet and put in the Troy-Bilt to get a lawnmower going. Well, some viewer watched that video and they sent me this battery. Yeah, sure did. So that'll be going in the Cub Cadet here one day in the next week. We're gonna get the Cub Cadet going too, because the Cub Cadet's a bigger, it's actually a yard and garden tractor. And I've got a couple of implements that I can pull behind it to get the garden plots in shape and get the yards back really looking even nicer. Right, Magoo? Magoo, I appreciate you jumping over here and reminding me. I almost forgot about the battery, didn't I? You are a treasure. Are you the boss? You the boss? Yep, he's the boss. So now he's saying, let's go on to the next thing. But we're gonna head her on in. And it's raining. It's been raining nice and softly. I'd say most of today it's just been a light rain. But it's been raining off and on all day. Now we had a good medium rain last night for probably about an hour. And I'd like to think it's an answer to a prayer. And I'm not going to go into that on this particular video. I might share with you what's been going on here on the home place, probably in tomorrow's video. But last night, or late yesterday afternoon, as I was finishing up watering, the old man was about as tired could be. I really didn't have enough energy to even make it back in the house. I'm sure many of you have been that tired too. I just sat down. And I sat there for quite some time until I finally said, well, old man, sooner or later you got to make it on up in the house. Of course, it was approaching 8 o'clock by then. And it's been that way the last 2 days. Working till later in the evenings. And hence why I didn't put out a video. There just wasn't enough left in the old man to get the video out or finish an editing on the blessing video that you're now watching. So we're going to walk on in, chit chat a minute or two. Well, Magoo, he's trying to catch a greckle. You might have saw him run out underneath that holly bush out into the yard. Of course, the birds took off before he'd get there. So he's rather despondent now. But I'm sure he'll be following me on up to the front porch. So let's head it on that way. I'll try to keep y'all from getting wet. Now, like I say, you have to pardon video quality today. It's rather dark and gloomy. But you know what? I'll take it. As long as God's gracing me with rain, I'm a happy man. You coming, Magoo? You coming? Did that birdie outfox you? Huh? You couldn't get the birdie? Huh? Now y'all moist, aren't you? Oh, you burn off some energy? You gotta get refueled? Well, I'll be bringing out the evening meal here once I get a wrap on the video. Yep, the normal. One of your favorite Friskies, canned, and some dry Friskies, like I always do. Mix it all up. Add a little warm water. See, they like it that way. And then they'll eat every last morsel in the bowl. Of course, all three of them will show up for evening meal. Now Magoo, he's been with me all day. Cleo and Elrod were here till the rain set in again. And they're off somewhere, probably hunkered down. But not the Magooster. He's here with Papa. Well, Magoo, let me go on in. And I'll be back out in a few with the evening meal. So you might want to gather up Cleo and Elrod if you get a chance. Because I don't want you just hogging everything. Let's head her on in the house. So there you have it, y'all. I mean, it's so much abundance. So many blessings from so many fine people. People who you can tell care about old Trixie. The kitty crew. And this old man. And that's why I get so choked up when I open the boxes. It just is so unbelievable, because I don't ask. And I don't try to make people feel sorrowful, because I always get by. And all of y'all know who watch the channel for any length of time. Well, Mr. Tom believes in being prepared best you can. And I got old Trix wanting to come up here. Come on up on my lap. Come on. You want to come up here? Come on. You can do it. Come on. Oh, get up there, old girl. See, there's Trix. You up on Papa's lap. So, even in the house, I got a lap full of kitty. I got the queen. Right here. Right there. Are you the queen? Are you the queen? Huh? Are you Papa girl? You are. No, I love you to death. You know that. You my number one kitty. Yep. Of course I know Magoo told you he was number one, but you know you number one, right? Yep. You're my lady. Lady and queen of the house. Yes, she is, and I know she knows it. And all of y'all know she's spoiled. But I do know Magoo, Trixie, Cleo, and old Elrod, goofy as he is, all thank you from the bottom of their hearts. And they'd give you all a lot of paws up. But I want to thank y'all too for being so caring and thoughtful and taking care of, you know, me and the kiddies too. And I don't, you know, I hope nobody is offended. I know there was a lady in the last blessing video that I showed the freezer, and she just sort of come unchained about it. I don't know why. I don't think she'd watched many of my videos, or she'd know that I've never asked for a thing. But that being said, doesn't mean I am not just blown away and overwhelmed by all of y'all's generosity. Because I am. And it's because of you I'm able to stay here on my little piece of ground, not go out, not risk getting an infection. And I know several of you have commented in the last video and emailed me about the ever worsening situation here in Alabama. And yes, the hospital system that I would need should I get COVID is totally at capacity and will soon be overwhelmed. So it's even more imperative that I do everything I can to try to not become infected. But for those of you who can, and you can stay self-isolated, my advice would be do it. If you can, do it. Limit your exposure. I'm limiting mine now. Over this past week I've had to interface with a few people, but I've done my best to maintain a safe distance from that. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But Trix is needing some special love. She just got to get hers when I come in. And then she's just rubbing all over me. Of course, I know why. She's seen all this food, treats, and that's what she's wanting. It's not that she loves me anymore. Oh, she does love me, but she's trying to love me up to get some of them treats, aren't you, Trix? But y'all, please be safe out there. If you must leave your places, take all precautions. Wear a mask, wear gloves, have hand sanitizer, alcohol wipes, whatever it takes. Take no chances, make no mistakes. Pray for your essential workers. Pray for those who must work. Pray for our community and those with special needs and special health issues. And I know many of you are praying for several people that do have those special needs and issues. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart and my soul for doing that. And I know they thank you too. And as always, pray for our nation, our planet, that maybe one day God will rid us of this heinous disease that has descended upon man. So y'all, until I see you on the next video, I want y'all to take care out there wherever you are. And that's especially true for those of you up in Michigan, the Ohio Valley, where there's been extreme flooding, loss of property and life that has just broken my heart. And I have many viewers up in Michigan and in Ohio. There's Anna in Ohio. My last knowledge, she and her family are safe. There's Kim in Ohio. Or not Ohio, but Michigan. And there's others of y'all in Michigan and Ohio. Kentucky, just downstream from it all. I'm sure the Ohio River will be rising there too, if it hasn't already. You know, what's up top will come back down. So, Michigan and that's suffering now. Many states will be suffering soon, if they're not already. So we need to be praying for all of our viewers and community that live in those areas. But let's not stop there. Let's pray for all of our fellow Americans that are facing these tremendous historic floods. I will be each and every night, and I hope y'all will join me. So like I say, take care, be safe, and may God bless you, each and every one of you, your families and your loved ones, till we see you on the next video. Right, Trix? I mean, look, Trix, you got You got Trix fur all over me. Are you trying to say I'm your papa? Well, can you close the video and say goodbye? Huh? Why won't you ever speak when I want you to? Oh, you're just gonna turn away from the camera. Why are you that way, huh? Why? Can you turn away anymore? Or you just now you're gonna rub tail? Be cute kitty. Aren't you a little old for cute kitty? Huh? You see Magoo do it, so you gonna do it too? Well, as you can see, she is the queen of the house and quite a character. I love her to death. With that, goodbye all. Yep, it's time to break out the treats, trust me. Okay, Trix, I'll break out some treats just for you. And then when you're not looking, I'm going to take some to Magoo and Cleo and Elrod. We got to be reasonable about this, okay? Okay? Oh, now you're going to lick me and give me kisses? Okay. Come on, let's go get some treats right now.